Hi. Hi there, boss ladies, boss girls, and welcome to All Girls Matter. I am Cris Meadows. I am the president and founder of Harvest Girls International and All Girls Matter. I am so excited to come to you today because guess what? Today is my first day doing my first video online for All Girls Matter. I know most of you who are regulars on this know that Miss Nichelle always comes to you, and she's been doing it for a couple of years now. And so this is my first time. So I want you to bear with me, okay? And encourage me, okay? So I wanted to let you know that I'm just so excited to be with you today. And Harvest Girls International is a women's and young girls empowerment organization designed with you in mind. At Harvest Girls International, we empower women to celebrate the journey, but we empower girls like you with the power to dream. Did you know that you can do anything that you set your mind to do? Did you know that all things are possible for you? Yeah. So I want you to remember to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Harvest Girls International. I also want you to know that we want you to be a part of the family. We always call our girls or boss ladies. And so today we want you to be a part of the boss girl, boss lady family. So today I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy. This is not a class like in the classroom where you have to have the right answers and answer questions and all that. You're going to work along with me. So what I want you to do is get a pen and a paper or notebook. And we're going to do some things today, and we're going to have a good time today doing them. So I wanted to let you know that this is an online program designed to help you discover who you are at a very early age. Did you know that 1 out of 3 girls in your age group, they do not think they're beautiful. They do not think that they have self-worth. So I want to change that. And I want to thank your parents today for allowing you to come on today. So I want you to get your pen and your paper. And sometimes during this little talk we're going to have, I'm going to have you stop the video and write some things down, okay? And it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. We're only going to be on here just a little while. So first of all, I'm going to have you to stop the video and get your pen and your paper. All right, I hope you got your pen and your paper now. So this is what we're going to talk about today. Today, we're going to talk about self-image. What is self-image? What does it do? What is it about? Why is it important to have self-image? And what can you do to make self-image work for you? So self-image, when you think about self-image, I want you to write down, what do you think about? Just take time to jot it down. Just take a moment. And the first thing that comes to your mind, don't try to think about it or process it. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Self-image. So when you think of image, it's a picture. So what's the self picture that you think of when you think of yourself or you think of the word self-image, okay? Take a moment and write that down. Just a couple of words, okay? Next, I want to talk about the self-image that we see based on comparing ourselves to someone. Many times we will look in the mirror and we will see ourselves and we will say, I don't like what I look like. The first image that we use for self-image is what we see in the mirror. Every day when we look in the mirror, we look at our hair. And if you're wearing makeup now, if you're in the teenage girl group, you might be wearing makeup. What is that? You know, I don't like the way my makeup looks. I don't like how my clothes look. I don't like how I look. I don't like my nose. I don't like my lips, my face, my body. So many things we can say we don't like. It is not meant for you to look in the mirror and say to yourself what you don't like. It is meant for you to look in the mirror and say to yourself that you are amazing, you are awesome, you are wonderful. Not that you're being in denial about reality, because we definitely want to do reality checks with our self-image. But what you need to understand is that the mirror is not for you to compare yourself to other people. The mirror is not for you to compare yourself to yourself. The mirror is for you to see the image that God made you in and say, I love me. I think I'm awesome and wonderful. I'm going to do great things. The mirror is used not to downgrade you, not to make you feel unimportant, but to make you feel worthy. You have to have self-worth. That means you're worthy to succeed. You're worthy to follow your dreams. You're worthy to follow your passion. That's what self-image will do for you. Oh, a positive. Now, I'm going to use my notes here, so I'm going to talk to you about self-image. Number one, I want you to write down, how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself? Okay, I'm going to give you an example. I see myself, I am Miss Cris. I see myself not as a mother, as a daughter, I'm all those things. But I see myself as someone who has possibility to do anything that she puts her mind to do. And if she can do the work, that's the self-image I see for myself, not what I look like, but how I see myself inside and out. That's number one. So take a pause, and I want you to write down how you see yourself. What's the visual thing that you see about yourself? How do you see yourself? What's the self-image that you see in yourself? When I see myself, I see a woman who has been through a lot, but she made it. I see myself as a woman who wants to help other people. I see myself as someone who wants to make the world a better place. That's the self-image. That's the visual picture that I see. Okay, so pause the video and then take time and write how you see yourself visually. What do you see when you look at yourself in the mirror? Okay, you got that written down. So every time I tell you to pause and write, then start back up, and then we'll move on, just so you know. Number two, mental. Self-image is mental. When I say mental, it can be in your mind. What you think about yourself. What story are you telling yourself about you? It can be mental. If you get up every morning and you say, and look in the mirror, and you say, I'm ugly. Oh, I don't look right. Oh, I'm too dark. I'm too light. I'm too big. I'm too skinny. I'm too fat. I'm too tall. I'm too short. If you criticize yourself mentally, you're telling yourself, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I can't succeed. I can't do anything that I put my mind to do. That's what you tell yourself when you see yourself in a negative way. But this is what I want you to say mentally. I want you, what are you saying to yourself? It's the story that you tell yourself. It's not what other people say about you. It's what you say to yourself. What are you saying to yourself? Okay, are you saying, like what I say to myself when I'm in a place that's a hard place and it's uncomfortable, and maybe I've never done something before, I would go, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do my best, and I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna make it work, and I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it work. And you just do your best. It's what you're telling yourself up here that makes your mind push you forward. It's what you feed that grows. If you're feeding yourself in your mind, telling yourself, I'm not any good, you're giving yourself a negative self-image, then that's what it'll be. If you feed yourself positive, that's what it'll be. But you can't just say it, you gotta do it, okay? We live in a world where they say, just say it, it'll come to pass. You have to do the work. I'm a proponent of doing your work, okay? So I want you to take a pause, the video, and then come back after you write down, what do you think of yourself? Okay, all right, hit that pause button. All right, you've had time to write down, what do you think of yourself? This is all gonna make sense later, trust me. Talking about self-image. Now next, we're gonna talk about what others think of you. A lot of our self-image is based on what other people think of us, what other people say about us. And that, I used to be like that when I was young. Whatever somebody said about me, that's what I thought or who I thought I was. It was so important what other people thought about me more than what I thought about myself. Actually, I never took time to think about, well, you know what they are saying, but what do you think? I always base my self-image based on, well, if everybody says it, it must be true. No, not true. That's only their opinion. And let me tell you something. Their opinion has no power over you. What you say about yourself is what the reality of what you say. Now, we don't want to say things about ourselves that are not true just to make ourselves feel good. We're saying things that we're working toward about ourselves. So what others think of you. So I know my friends say to me, so this is all I have to go on, is that, oh, Cris, you're so nice. You don't take no stuff. What else do they say? You get somebody told in a nice way. You're very giving. You're very loving. Let me say to you, those are all nice things. And you use those things a lot of times to evaluate who you are. And they are important. What you're good. I'm not talking about people who your enemies and people who don't like you and people who out to throw shade at you and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about your closest people that you trust, your mother, your father, your best friend, your cousins, your aunt, grandma, grandpa, whoever is in your life. What do they say about you? What things do they say about you? So take a pause, hit the pause button, and write down what others think of you. What do you hear that they're saying about you? Good, bad, or indifferent? Write it down. All right, go ahead and hit that pause button. I know that might have been a hard one, right? It's okay. We need to know the truth, and that's how you get to a good, positive self-image. Like I said, there are two types of self-image. There's a positive, which is all the good stuff that's all about you. And then there's a negative. And not that negative is bad, but it can be. Negative or the things in your self-image that maybe that you need to work on, that could make you a better person. Everybody has negative things in their self-image. Everybody has. I think I have to stop getting angry so fast. I have to have more patience. Those are things that you know about yourself. So this is what I want you to do next. I know it's a lot of writing, but we're gonna make this all make sense in a minute. Just bear with me. This is part of the class, doing the work. Remember earlier I said I want you to do the work, because positive and negative self-images, that is important, how you learn to deal with it. Because what happens a lot of times is when somebody tells us something negative about ourselves, we get our feelings hurt. And then we get mad. And then we hold it. Then we become bitter. Then you change everything about your self-image. Because now when you see that person or you think about that person or somebody mentions that person's name or you're so hurt, you go and you tell everybody, did you know what she said? Did you know what she said to me? And I'm mad and I didn't like that and I'm going to get her throat. All of that because somebody says something negative. You can deal with that because see, it's not what they say about you. It's what you think about you. If someone comes to me and they have said, Cris, you got a bad habit of over-talking people, not over-talking, but interrupting people when they talk. I get so excited sometimes when people are talking and I don't give them a chance to finish their sentence. And they've said, you just need to let me finish. So one time I was doing this to a girlfriend of mine, and she was trying to finish her sentence and I was trying to butt in and she said, wait a minute, let me finish. Well, I had the nerve to get upset because she was telling me, wait a minute, let me finish. But I was being rude by interrupting her and not giving her space. See, part of a positive self-image is respect. You respect other people and they respect you. And so I am learning how to work with that. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take your paper, and you might need a second sheet, make a line down the middle, and on one side, write positive and write negative, okay? This is self-image, positive and negative. Write the positive things that you know about yourself and the negative things, some things that you might need to change about yourself. Now, I find that most people know all the negative things, and sometimes they can't figure out the positive, or some people know all the positive, can't figure out the negative. You use everything that you've been given. You use what people have said to you. You use what your teacher maybe have told you, or maybe your family members or your parents have told you. Those are the things you use to know what is my positive, my negative. Some things you know on your own. So I want you to write 5 negative things about your self-image and 5 positive things about your self-image. So what would my 5 be? So I would say my positive 5 things would be that I know that my self-image, I'm kind. I know that I have a great attitude. I know that I'm respectful. I know that I'm beautiful inside and out because I said so. And I see one more. And I know that um, I have the ability to do anything that I put my mind to, and I'm willing to do the work. That's part of your self-image, how you see yourself. Negative self-image, things that I need to work on. And I know it's over talking people, but interrupting people, that's rude. And I said I was respectful, so I need to work on that. So I need to work on, so one of the negative things is over talking people or interrupting people. Number 2 is not be more patient. I need to be a kinder sometimes. Sometimes I feel like then I let situations and things make me a little negative. I need to just practice being kind when it's not convenient to be kind. And for you, number 4, obedient. Sometimes obedience is a negative thing for me, not because I don't do what I'm told or I don't do, but I sometimes do things that giving people favors, and I shouldn't be doing that. So I need to work on that. And that's part of your self-image because it's part of what makes you who you are. And then lastly, a negative part of a self-image would be for me, working on giving myself some grace. Sometimes you just have to not be so hard on yourself. Sometimes I'm really hard on me, okay? So go ahead and pause. Do 5 positive things, the way you think of yourself, your self-image of yourself, 5 negatives, the things that you need to work on. So go ahead and hit the pause button and do those. Altogether, you should have 10 things, 5 on each side. So when you come back, we'll move on. Okay, so you got all that done. I know it might seem like a lot, but it's going to help you. And you know what it does? I'll tell you. It helps you to realize things about yourself. The best way to get a positive self-image is to know who you are. Know what you like, what you don't like. Know what you need to know what your good traits are and what some traits you need to work on. Or you need to know all those things about yourself. That helps you to become powerful within. And that gives you the power to have self-confidence, okay? So here's what I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. This is what I'm getting to. So self-image, okay. How do you change the self-image? Say, Miss Cris, I just don't like my self-image right now. Well, you're young. You still have a lot of time to work on yourself, and you're going to work on yourself to the day you die. I am still working on myself, and I am grown and been grown, and I have lots of work still left to do because you're forever evolving. And when you evolve, change comes, and it's a good thing. You do want change to come. So listen, how do you create a positive self-image? So you have to have a positive attitude. You need to change your attitude. If your parents say, I want you to do this, or I want you to do that, even though it's something you don't want to do, maybe you feel bad, you got an attitude, you ain't feeling that great, you need to just take a couple of deep breaths. And I don't want your mom to think you getting smart with her when you do that, but you just need to say, okay, mom, okay. Yes, ma'am, or whatever it is that you're told that you need to say. How do you answer your parent? And sometimes you just have to have a positive attitude. If your parents are giving you chores to do, or if you're not doing well in class, or you're doing some things, or just life is just not going good right now, and you're not just feeling the best, you have to realize that the attitude determines your altitude. What does that mean? If you have a bad attitude, you're less likely, I'm sorry, I'm talking so fast because I'm so excited, less likely to have opportunities than if you have a bad attitude. So you have to keep yourself in check. And you ever heard someone say, check yourself before you wreck yourself? Yeah. That's because you always have to keep yourself in check. When I know I have a bad attitude, I have to say, okay, Miss Cris, get yourself together. They didn't do anything to you. You just mad because what happened back there. Or you just mad because you just had one of those days. You have to tell yourself, okay, I'm not feeling the best, but I'm gonna make it a great day. I'm gonna make the best, and I'm gonna have a positive attitude. It's, remember, the one thing I said is mental. Self-image is mental. Is what you're telling yourself, what you're putting in your mind. So a positive attitude will create a change and make a positive self-image. But you need to be real. Some people say, I'm keeping it real, I'm keeping it 100, that kind of thing. So what I want to say about keeping it real, you can't stand up and tell yourself in the mirror, I'm beautiful, I look like Beyonce, when you know you don't look like Beyonce. I could stand up in the mirror and say, I'm gorgeous, I look like Diana Ross. I don't look like Diana Ross. Guess what? You look like you. You don't have to compare yourself to anybody. Here's the biggest problem. Most people have an issue with their self-image and they don't like it. Guess why? Because they compare themselves to everybody else or somebody else. I used to compare myself to sometimes even my mom, because I wanted to be like my mom. I wanted to be grown, and I would try to act like my mom and talk like my mom. And so, but what I found out is finding out, and my mom used to say all the time, stay in a little girl's place. I didn't know what that meant. What she was trying to say was, just be you, be who you are. Find out who that person is and be that person. Learn how to, you can use people as an example. You can use their positive attitude, their positive self-image as an example, how to carry yourself. That means how to present yourself, how to have a positive attitude. You can use that as an example, but you have to find out ultimately who you are. It's wonderful that everybody likes you, but the bonus in that is you liking yourself. You have to like yourself. And the next, self-acceptance. You have to create a positive self-image. You have to accept who you are, how you were made, what family you came out of, who your parents are, what is your current circumstance, good, bad, or indifferent. You have to have self-acceptance. You accept who you are. I don't look at myself and say, I wish my nose was different. I wish my body was different. I wish my hair was different. I have self-acceptance at my age. I had self-acceptance when I was 12 and 17 and 20. I really said, I just accept me for who I am. It doesn't matter if people say things about you and all of that. Let me take it back. It does matter because it does hurt your feelings. But what I'm saying, in the end, what is going to keep you going and keep you strong and keep you positive is accepting yourself. I used to didn't like my voice. I thought my voice was ugly. I wanted to talk light. I wanted to talk like this, but that's not how God made me. I used to fake, try to talk like this, that, and lose my voice. That wasn't the way I was meant to speak. So self-acceptance, accept everything about you. And some things, if you don't want to accept them, do something about it. If I don't accept the way my attitude is, change it. I don't accept the way that I look in these jeans, and I might need to exercise a little bit and get my body together, then change it. Those are things that you can change, but you still accept who you are as a person. You don't stop accepting yourself because you don't like something about yourself. Some things you can change and some things you can't, but you got to know the difference. And you got to know no matter what you can or cannot change, you have to love who you are and who you were created to be. That's the big thing. That's the bonus. That's going to take you far. The next, let's see, gratitude. Gratitude is huge. Well, what's gratitude? Be grateful. Nobody has to do anything for you. Nobody has to be kind to you. Nobody has to treat you good. Nobody has to do anything for you. Be grateful for what you have, and don't worry about what you don't have. You can't sit up and tell your parents, well, I want these shoes and I want that shoes because her mom, Keisha's mom, or Debbie's mom gets her these shoes and I want them. That has nothing to do with your household. And that's not fair to your parents. And you have to be grateful. And every now and then to have a positive self-image, it would help you to say, Mom, I appreciate Dad, I appreciate Auntie, Grandma, I appreciate what you do for me. That helps create positivity on the inside of you. That touches your heart to them. Gratitude, be grateful. Every day you should wake up and tell somebody what you're grateful for. Okay? Now, confidence. We're almost done. Believing in yourself, that's huge. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have confidence. Self-confidence and self-image go together. Self-image, what you think of yourself is just totally what you think of yourself, period. Confidence is how you put that in action. If I think positive of myself and I think that, I can do this and that, and I want to do this, and I have goals and I have dreams, my confidence is going to be high. People love confidence. Why? Because confidence will get you into doors. If I go for a job, or say if I go for a scholarship or a job, and I go in and I get in the interview and they say, well, can you do this? Well, I don't know. I think I can. I might, yeah, I believe I can. I don't know. And the first thing they're going to say, and I used to work at HR hiring people, so I understand this. The first thing they're going to say is, she doesn't have any confidence. I'm not confident she can do this job. I'm not confident she can get this scholarship to stay in school. When you write your theme papers and your essays, they can see the confidence in your writing. If you're writing on a low scale of negativity and those kind of things, it shows up everywhere in your life. But positivity and confidence shows up everywhere in your life. When you talk, when you walk, when you speak, it's not about how you feel. It's about who you are. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. One thing that creates a positive self-image is to start planning for your future. A good positive self-image was you got to know where you're going. Where are you going in life? Start planning, start writing a journal, planning things for your future. What do you want to do? What do you want to be? Where do you see yourself in 5 years, in 10 years, in 20 years? Start to plan it, start to study it, start to do the work. Don't spend so much time in fashions and trying to keep up with the best of trends. I love trends. Keep up with them. Be amazing in keeping your self-care up. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. But the biggest thing is planning for your future. Plan for who you want to become. That's huge. That's part of your self-image. You want to start at this age in your life achieving goals. You want to start achieving goals in your life. So if you're a young girl, you want to make the cheerleading squad, try for cheerleading. If you don't make it, okay, try again or try something else. A no is not a negative thing that's saying you're no good. It's saying not now. And I always say the word NO stands for next order. What's the next order in life? NO stands for next order. What's the next order in life? What are you going to pursue in life next? Okay, so I wanted to try out for the band. I didn't make it. Tried out for the track team. Didn't make it. Keep finding yourself. Keep trying something else. Or work on yourself to make yourself better. If you know this is something that you want to do and you know you have the skill set to do it, you work on that and you keep trying, okay? Do not give up. I also want to say part of self-image is stop criticizing yourself. Do not criticize yourself when you don't achieve something. I know sometimes I say, oh, I'm so stupid. Why did I do that? You're not stupid. Don't ever tell yourself that. You're not stupid. You don't say why this is happening to me. You want to say, what is this teaching me? Okay, what is it teaching you? Okay, I should have done this different. If you never make mistakes, if you never mess up, you'll never know how to adjust your life so that you can get your life on track. You have to stop criticizing yourself so much. That's a negative self-image piece. Stop criticizing. Use the opportunity when something comes up that is not the best in the world to find out what it is teaching you. You're going to be emotional and you may cry, but don't wallow in it. Get up, dust yourself off because that's what you're made for. That's what you're made to do. And try something else or try again. Stop criticizing yourself. I always say, give yourself some grace. Well, what is grace, Miss Cris? favor. Just give yourself some favor and say, okay, I messed up. What could I do different that I'll mess up and do the same thing again? Give yourself some grace. Be kind to yourself, is what I'm saying. Okay. So, next, we're going to talk about self image in one of the most important things, and we're almost done. And I forgot to tell you, you can pause now if you want to and go get you a drink or something. And you can always bring you a soda or a juice drink or something to the video and just chill out, put your feet up, whatever. As long as you're doing your notes and all that, this is a good time. So you see the sign above me says she's going places. Yeah, that's me. And those are states, the country all up above me. You're going places, honey. You're going places. You're so amazing and so wonderful. Let me tell you. This is the one thing that I want to talk to you about because I talk to girls about it all the time is self-care. It is important to have a positive self-image, to have self-care. So what is self-care? Taking care of yourself. And just because everybody else is doing it, and everybody else are wearing mink lashes, and everybody else is wearing extensions and hair and things, that doesn't mean that's for you. Find what fits you, flattering clothes and things that just because it's the trend doesn't mean it's for you. You want to always look respectful and look your best, but yet look classy, and still you can have a tinge of a trend on you. So self-care is important in taking care of yourself. Here's the next thing. Get sleep. That's part of your self-care. Don't stay up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and then go to bed because it's summer or you're out of school break or it's the weekend and then get up at 8 o'clock in the morning or want to sleep all day and then it makes you feel lazy and you feel sluggish. Good sleep, good sleep. Make sure you get water every day. Make sure you drink 8 to 10 glasses. So if you drink a 16.9 ounce bottle, that's 2 glasses of water. If you drink about 4 of those, I think, that would give you want to be hydrated because that makes your brain work. That makes your skin beautiful. That makes everything in your body work like it's supposed to. That's part of the self-image. It's making sure everything is working like it's supposed to work. And then we talked about complementary attire. Make sure your attire is complementary. You don't want to wear anything that makes you look out of character. So you want to look really complimentary, okay? Hair and makeup. Make sure that your hair and your makeup is age appropriate. Don't walk around here trying to look like the older girls or what you see. Be who you are in the age that you are and enjoy the age. A good guideline is probably what your parents would allow you to do. Some parents may allow parents may allow her to do something a little bit earlier than your mom would, but just be patient and let it take its perfect work in you. Your parent is raising you and your friend's parent is raising her. All parents are not the same. I want you to know that. And then lastly, and we're almost done, let me just say, be yourself. So we're finding that out. Who are we? Let's find that out. Be yourself. Find out who you are and spend time with yourself. Spend time discovering what's your favorite color, and then put some of those colors together with your clothing. Find out what kind of music do you like other than the music you always listen to. So get on the internet and listen to other music. So that's how you expand yourself and find out who you really are. I found that I like some country music. Didn't realize it till I started listening to it. And I thought, I don't like it all, but I do like some. And mostly I like rhythm and blues and old school and that kind of stuff because, I'm an older person, but you could, and I do like some of the young people's stuff. And I used to ask all the time, who's Doja Cat? And I wanted the young people to teach me because I wanted to know more. I wanted to expand myself, part of my self-image. And lastly, I want you to just have fun. Have fun, smile, teach yourself how to smile, and find the happiness that's inside of you. I want you to take all the things you wrote down today, and I want you to one by one work on them, the negative and the positive, and work on them. Work on them. If one of your positive things was I smile a lot, keep working on smiling. If one of your negative things was I have a bad attitude, work on your attitude. Once you feel that you've worked on it and you're getting it straight out, cross it off your list. So just go down that list, 5 things on the negative and positive, and work on that. And I know I gave you some other things, but they were just for you to reveal to yourself. Sometimes you just need to reveal things to yourself. So here's the thing: if you would like to have a journal where you could write in all your thoughts, all your dreams, and all the things that you do, what I want you to do is to email us back at the email that you received this video at. Email yourself back. Email us back. Yeah. The Say, I want a journal, and email your name and your address with the zip code, and we will send a journal to your home. And you can start to log in there some positive things. It's not talk about all the junk that's going on. It's about all the positive things, what you like about yourself, what you don't, what you want to work on, what your dreams and your goals are. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson today. And I want you to remember that transformation begins with you. That means change. Transformation is change. You will never change until you do the work. So I gave you a few projects today. So do the work, love yourself first, and remember, you are awesome, you are worthy, and you are amazing. Have a great time. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye bye now.